And what is up, chat? Do we have a hilarious vid for you this week? Me and Jared playing Rocket League again, always a great time. We have some highlights from that, as well as a ton of stories this week. Plus, we have some Motown Unrated in there. It's just a fun time. If you like the video, go ahead and press that little like button. Helps out a ton. Go ahead and sub and then hit that noti bell so that you'll be notified when we're live. We stream every weekday from Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Best time. Come join us. We'll love to have you there. Peace! How sick it! So here's the fruit, and it has this beast inside. It just looks like the inside of a grape, but it has a seed in the middle like a cherry. But they are so juicy. When you get grapes in your kid, have you ever like ripped off the skin of the grape and ate the inside? That's what this tastes like.
I don't know, what is it?
Rambutan.
You perfect white oak now!
Yeah! And Miguel, have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters? Jared, have you?
Balls? No. I've never put balls in my mouth like you.
Well, I guess when they're done really well, all they taste like is chicken nuggets. So then that begs the question, why not just get chicken nuggets? Right?
Backboard wide open, can't miss.
Oh!
Beautiful, wide.
Get in! No! Oh, he's gonna put it in for me. Yeah!
The question is, in feet, how tall was the tallest wave ever surfed? You have 10 seconds.
80.
80 feet.
Oh!
The 100-footer that hit Alaska in 1950.
I got that exactly right.
Did you?
Yeah, I said 80. Because I was thinking of the Naruto, or Naza... What is it? Nazaru? Nazare? Off the coast of Portugal?
Chat, do you understand what you're tuning into when you click on Mark or I's screen? The production is out of this world.
The production value.
It is just crazy.
Oh!
You have that?
No way!
If you block that, Miguel, we need some encouragement. Here we go, Motown, here we go.
Boom. Encouragement. Oh!
Oh!
That's all he needed was the boom.
That was freaking hilarious.
Sorry, Waylon Jennings.
Mark hasn't hit his crack pipe yet. Oh!
Get it! That was so sick!
We are cooking today!
573! Jared, I'm rising up from the ashes. Oh! Did you see that? Guess I won't give compliments anymore, chat.
I knew that was coming.
Oh! Oh! Did you see my boost? Did you see my boost off of that? Jared, watch it! Watch it! Oh, that's the first time I've ever done that!
Hit it in!
No!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like this. You've been banned from tournaments for leaving early or idling?
There's always something with my...
What is...
I swear.
All I can say is, Epic, you're going to be hearing from my lawyer. Miguel, get on it. This is probably, besides Fortnite, this is the hardest game I've had to learn. Like, new mechanics.
You know what? We're gonna give people what they want.
Let's give them what they want. Oh! That was actually spastic!
Tourney Thug Life is different, but eliminated from a tourney because of Mark Thug Life is out of this world.
Hey, take some responsibility here. Some. Please.
I mean,
Any.
I didn't,
Just a little.
oh my God. Hang on. Oh, you got, take that shot. There you go. There you go, baby.
Jared did like me riding a bike. Yeah, I think you got it now. Go ahead. When he's right next to me, you got it. Come on. And Jared lets go of the bike. See, I'm Super Soaker Legend or whatever it's called.
Super Soaker.
What is it? Super Secret? Oh. I'm a 90s kid. What do you want me to say? Super Soakers were a thing.
I know, I remember.
No, don't even.
Yeah. I didn't know they were.
Oh my gosh, he juked the absolute garbage out of me. I feel a little violated. How bad I lost that.
I don't know how old you are, and I don't want to know either. Just in case you wanted to tune in.
Because when you're being deposed, you can always say, I do not recall that information.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yep.
Mark? Oh, what a pass.
Oh! That was so sick! Woo!
Tom said, well, that was easy.
Oh! Dirty! Oh, you want to mess with me?
You want to F on me?
You want to F on me? I bought us some time, guys. That's all we needed was one little squirt. Oh! Woo! You know, the really good guys either have that car or the Octane. Whatever that one's called. What does that look like? You know that old commercial with the hamsters that did the party rockin'?
Oh, yeah. In the Kia.
Is that what it was? Kia Soul or something? That's what that car looks like. Yep. Miguel, that one was for you.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Don't leave me with wide open goals like that. Because there's a 5% chance it could be a goal.
Oh my gosh. Well done.
Jared was frozen.
Don't touch. No! Oh my, every time. It's every single time you grab that.
That's alright. You know what I had today that I haven't had in a long time? Panda Express. Because I've never passed it and been like, I have to go into Panda. It's only when I buy it that I go there. I don't go out of my way for it. Did you ever go to Panda in the Laurie Student Center? That's where I started going there. I had never been to Panda before I had been to college. And I would eat that probably once or twice a week. I had 1 week in college that I ate Chipotle for lunch and dinner 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row, Chad. Same exact thing.
Panda messes me up.
PF Chang's is so much better than any other Chinese food. Come at me. And what's cool about Chipotle is it started in Denver.
Crank it, lick it, twist it.
Chad, in case you didn't know, Bop Its were really big when Jared was a kid. Jared's getting the Bop It. Twist it. Pull it. Oh!
The lick it one would have been canceled already.
Woohoo!
Nice shot.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm in the first tourney, not second chance, and I can probably 1v2 you guys. Dumb. No.
Dumb. There's an entire graveyard full of people who have said that. Get in! Oh! Yes! What's up with that? Queens! Suck it, suck it!
Suck it.
I think our best days. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's come back! The action was at the other end of the pitch. And Jared comes all the way over to the goal and hits me straight on. Were you gonna grief me? Yeah! I saw you aiming towards me. Yeah. Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. I
Hey,
don't
Dom.
know the rest of the words. Man, hey, you know what we need to set up here? Courtesy of the Mighty Ducks, the Flying Bee. Sorry to get political, chat. But let's go, Brandon. So the only game I've ever tried to play on PC is an emulator of GoldenEye from N64.
All right. So the bros are against each other, and Mark scores for us.
Did I score on myself? Oh, I wasn't even playing, and then all of a sudden I just. Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dom. What's up? Oh! Oh, Jared got it. Yeah, bring it. Bring it. Oh! What's up? I scored your goal and my goal. I have both goals in this game right now.
Both of them are open net. Not of your skill.
I have 2 goals right now.
Dom speaking facts. Ooh, good read.
I've been.
Oh, come on! Chat! Woo!
I'm playing against a guy, and his name is Hyped Up on Mountain Dew.
Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm gonna come at you like Spider Monkey. Hey guys, we got Jimmy here.
Jimmy,
Yeah, say hi, Jimmy.
I think you should keep
No.
your pants zipped. No one wants to see your Jimmy. I think you need to fix your hair.
PK, big hair, no. PK mute? It's not muted. I even checked.
What's up, big haircut?
What's next, lawn tips? Miguel, it's not 1998 anymore. Let's go, Brandon. Sorry to get political, chat. Oh my gosh, Jared!
You just need to react faster. That's what it is.
And I need you all there. I freaking need you here tonight. Nice hit. Oh! Jared, did you see that sequence?
We don't want to know.
Dedo, are you of the age of consent? Oh! What did I just do? No, the only reason we ask is we were going to tell you to grab a sponsor if you were.
I have to pee so bad.
Don't you just wish you had something that you could hook your penis up to and just pee right here?
I can't wait to
Like
be
a
old
catheter?
when that's true. We're 100% shooters.
Did you and Greg lose your virginity to each other?
Mm-hmm. It was a starry night.
Miguel lost it to a jalapeno.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't swallow beer.
Did you
Miguel,
almost spit take everything?
It almost came out my nose. Miguel is dying right now.
No cap on my side. I admit when I'm wrong, and I take full credit when I'm right. But I told Jared that he needs to pour better down the side so there's only an inch of foam. But apparently I was watching some beer expert, and he said that you need to pour it down the side only for half of the can. And then once you have half of the can of the beer in the cup, then you pour the rest in the middle of it. But he said It's so that it releases the CO2 that's in the beer and doesn't get you as bloaty or farty.
You
you
know I
not
get
aware
bloaty
that I
and
get
farted off foamy latte.
What's up, chat?
It's okay, they do nothing.
Oh.
Oh! Oh.
Jared,
Look
that
at
was
the
that is what I'm talking about. You?
I can't get there!
Oh. Oh. That hurt my anus. Oh,
Oh,
my
yes.
god!
Flip me over.
What happened there? Wow.
Keeps drilling me.
Chat, you know us in overtime.
Mark,
Goal. Oh! Another thing I gotta learn too is how to do. Oh my gosh. I am on the ceiling and you hit me. You griefed me on the ceiling. We did it! We did it!
gonna meet with the Queen, some Peggy and Trophy.
Oh my God. That is so bad. Dang it. Did I miss? Oh!
What?
I thought I missed.
Nice!
Oh, did you see what I had to do for that?
I see everything.
I mean, that was like so out of my wheelhouse. Oh! Going.
Auto sometime.
Oh!
You just like Derrick Henry stiff armed him right there. Yep, nice. Follow that. Follow that.
Oh, I thought that was it. Oh! Yes! I had him put on the brakes. Skirt!
Who is it?
Hello.
Is that little Co?
Yes.
Oh, are you a little sick?
Yeah, I'm a little sick, but hello world.
Are you feeling a little better, or?
Yeah, today at lunch I almost couldn't breathe.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, but otherwise I'm better.
It's all about the mindset. You're not sick. Just
No.
tell yourself you're not sick.
I'm not sick, yeah. Okay, bye world.
That's where these guys are going after this, chat.
Straight to the depths. I got. Yeah! I've launched.
Oh, that's getting in the video. That's what we call doggy style goal.
Oh, there it is.
That's exactly what it was.
Disclaimer: I do not condone anything Mark says. Wide open for you.
Oh my gosh! How am I doing this? Follow, follow, follow. No!
Clear, clear.
Are you kidding me? I'm boosting at the same time as this guy. I swear, that's 2 goals right there. Okay, mid, a little more. Yes! Yes!
What's SMT? All these acronyms you guys are... Am I too old now?
Is SMT shaking my tits?
Shaking my tank?
Wow, if you could shake your you're very loose.
Shaking my testicles?
Very loose tape. Try it. Let me know what you think. Maybe we'll have to do a unrated on Screwball whiskey with different combinations.
No, thank you.
Jared's baby palate can't take it.
Neither can yours.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I bet you hate it. He's putting on a mask, chat.
It's so good, chat. From my 100th incline, Dad brought 2 shots up the incline, and at the very top we had a shot each. Instead of lime wedges to do after, he brought orange wedges. So I take the shot, and I'm just used to like throwing the orange wedge in after I do the shot. But we're so tired from doing the incline. I do the shot, and I like take a breath, and it was the smoothest tequila I've ever had in my life. I put the orange wedge into my mouth after we did the shot, and I was like, how has orange wedges not changed tequila drinking forever? Was like life-changing for me. I'm never doing a tequila shot ever again, or tequila sips, without oranges.
I have a story of the first beer I ever had.
Hey, you know what's gonna be funny is if your story and my story are very similar. And I almost have a feeling they are.
I was in high school. I think it was junior year I had my first beer. It was late at night. I was not a delinquent in high school. I snuck down. It was late at night. I knew when my parents like went to bed. And I knew my dad kept beer in the fridge in the garage. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious. Like, they're talking about this Blue Moon all the time and how good it is. I want to try it. I had hair on my nuts, so I was like, it's time.
Jared sees one hair poke out, and he's like, woo! Time for hard alcohol. Did you smoke a cigar as well?
So I went down there, grabbed a Blue Moon. It was in the bottle. I ran back up to my room, but I snuck down there and didn't make a noise. Ran back up to my room, closed the door, and I was like, this is it. It's about to go down. And I popped the top, and I smelled it. I remember smelling it and being like, oh my gosh, that does not smell good. And they're talking about how good it is all the time. And then I tried the first sip. I didn't like chug it. And it was like the most disgusting. You might as well have put like a turd in my mouth. That's how disgusting it was. I couldn't like handle it. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so bad. Because up to that point, I had only had like chocolate milk and water and soda in my life. So that was a completely different change, like having alcohol, like beer. It was so bitter and disgusting.
So good.
And I tried it again, took a couple more like gulps, and I only finished it to the neck. I only finished the neck of it. And then I was like, I can't even finish this. This is so gross. I was like, I don't get why people like this crap. and so I snuck outside through our basement back door.
I can't wait to hear this part.
I ran like halfway into our backyard, and I chucked the bottle into the woods.
Oh, this is so good.
And I was like, that was horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Never had one again.
Okay,
And
you want to hear mine? You want to hear mine? Mine is very similar. Yeah. That's why I said I think ours are going to be close. So it was summer after senior year, and I was like, man, I'm going off to college. It's a big step in life. I need to try beer because I'm going to experience beer in college, and I need to see what this is like. I'd never had hard alcohol, never had a cigarette, never had a single drug, anything. My body was a temple. So I went out to the garage into my dad's fridge, and at the time he had a beer called Honey Golden Brown or something, and it had a yellow label with a dark bottle.
We both got it out of Dad's fridge.
Yeah.
Our first beer. We got to tell him that. I was going to say risky staying in there at the scene of the crime.
I know, right? But they always went to dinner and a movie every Friday. And so I opened the bottle and I sniffed it, and it was like the worst smelling beer I've ever smelled in my life. And, well, I didn't know what beer was like, right? So it was a horrible smell. And so I was like I had the bottle up to my lips, and I swear to God, I spent half an hour with the bottle at my lips, like, I'm sinning right now. This is a sin if I drink this. And I had the bottle open, my heart was pumping, I was freaking out, I was so nervous, my hand was kind of shaking as I was like smelling it. I had it to my lips, and seriously, for half an hour, there was like the angel on one side of my shoulders and the devil on the other side, like, no, Mark, Mark, you've been so perfect your whole life. Please don't do this. And then the devil like,
Yeah.
yes, you need to experience this. It's college. You're gonna be doing this at college. And so I had like, don't do it. Yes, do it. On my shoulder for half an hour. It took
So
me
it's warm at this point.
It took, yeah, it took me 15 minutes to like, I slowly started like lifting my hand up towards my mouth to pour it in my mouth, but until I got like a teeny bit on my lips, and then like I tasted it and I was like, oh, this is the worst tasting thing ever. How does anyone like this? If this is what adults drink, I don't want to be an adult. And so Jared, I went out down the driveway to the street, and as far as I could throw it, I chucked it all the way down the street into the drainage ditch, and it exploded in the drainage ditch because it was a glass bottle.
Oh my gosh! So we each threw our bottles in like the exact same spot.
That's what I was saying. And after that, I didn't try beer again until I was like a freshman in college, going to school, and like somebody offered me another beer. And then I tried to like it for a long time, but
Same.
it took me like a year and a half to actually like beer.
Same. I like tried to like it because it was like, oh well, I guess everyone in college drinks a lot of beer, so I guess I should start liking this thing. I feel like we could have a podcast on our like high school and college stories. Go, Mark, go. Keep going. This is it.
That was me! The whole way! Woo! Game!